Hey everyone, I have a very exciting show for you today. I have a young man who I have been stalking on Instagram. He has a page called Real Estate Entrepreneur, and anybody with that title is going to be somebody I follow. And he puts out a lot of great stuff, and he was nice enough to say yes to an interview. So let's welcome O'Neill Parker to the show. How you doing, O'Neill?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing great, man. Why don't you first introduce yourself? Where you are in the country? What do you do in this crazy world of real estate? And we'll go from there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, my name is O'Neill Parker, a real estate period entrepreneur. I'm 26. I'm a real estate investor. I started in real estate in 2016. I started with in the wholesaling method. So I started with $63. I had more money, but all the gurus say you don't need little money, little money,
Yeah.
little credit. So I tested the method out, and it really works for me. So I started with the $63. With that, I purchased 50 blank banded signs off of Amazon, a fat marker, and then the felt nails, the roofing nails.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got to work. I started writing "We buy houses" with a phone number, Google Voice number. Never use your own number. And then I started putting the signs on. I still had a full-time job at that time. I was 23. So I started putting the signs out. And then, the day after you put the signs, you think you will get a call, but I didn't. So like a week later, I got a call, super nervous, didn't know what to do. Phone started ringing.
Mm.
I mean, palms sweating. I put the phone down and I had to go on YouTube, what to do when a seller's call. So I was really, really nervous, but I really took action. Um, and then did the marketing or whatever, went on an appointment, locked up the deal. I made 2,000 on my first deal within a month of marketing. So I think it's a decent success story. And then 4 months of me being in the business made $50,000 wholesaling, and then a year and a half of being in the total business, I bought $1.3 million worth of real estate, and I didn't use none of my own money. Um, so right now, what I'm doing, I've been in the business like it just made 3 years, November
Mhm.
of 19. So now I'm going back to wholesaling. I want to go, start that foundation.
Yeah.
So now I can scale everything in my business. I can scale the rentals, I can scale the hotel deals, I can scale the flips and all that, so I can grow in every aspect of real estate. So that's what I'm doing currently right now, Mike.
Wow. Well, first off, congratulations. You took action. You did it. You failed forward. When you didn't know, you figured it out, and you're a raving success. So,
Thank you,
congratulations.
man.
But let's break that down a little bit, just so everybody, we don't need to stop the interview. We got lots more questions to ask.
Let's
Um,
get into it, man. Let's jump in.
all right. So, what? So, where are you in the country? Right? Where do you
Oh, I missed
physically
that out. I'm
live?
sorry.
That's all right. And then where do you invest?
Okay, I'm located in Lafayette, Louisiana, 2 hours away from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm sure a lot of people know what New Orleans is.
Hmm.
And I invest in my own market, Lafayette, Louisiana.
Oh, very cool.
And I built my first house in the Baton Rouge area when I was 21. So I'm in that market as well.
Wow.
And I'm also in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So they're both within an hour from my central location. So I
Okay.
try to stay, around those areas.
Mhm.
And the reason I do Lake Charles because I still have a full-time job. So
Sure. Oh,
I'm there
wow.
4 days a week. And the reason I do Baton Rouge because I used to live there. So, I'm
Yeah.
always there as well. And then the first bank I ever used to buy my first rental is in Baton Rouge. So it's
Okay.
only an hour drive. And the numbers are way better in Baton Rouge because the jobs are way better. It's big oil and gas and petrochemical plant area. So they pay pretty well. So the rent is very high for a low purchase price. So that's the reason I'm in Baton Rouge,
Yeah.
Lafayette, and Lake Charles. And Lake Charles is pretty much the same way as Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Plants, oil and gas, and petrochemical plants. So they pay very well.
All right. So you got Louisiana on lock. Right? It's your baby. You know it.
Of course.
That's awesome. All right. So you're in Louisiana. Let's go back before you go to Amazon and you buy the 50 banded sides and the felt tip marker and the nails.
Yes, sir.
You were working, right? You had a job. What just
Still
rough?
working.
Still, I'm sorry. That's right. Still working. Are you an accountant? Are you? I mean, what's your general profession?
Okay, I do rope access. So what that is I don't know if you know about it,
I don't
but
know what that is. Rope access?
rope access. Like if you live in a big city, let's just say you see a New Iberia, Wells Fargo Tower with all the windows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see guys hanging off the ropes cleaning the windows.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what I do, but I don't clean windows. I do rope access and chemical plants, and so what we
Okay.
do is everything that the chemicals run through. So piping, tanks, stuff like that.
Wow.
We just check to see the thickness of the pipe. So let's just say chemicals is running through the pipe. If that pipe is super thin, it can bust over
It's
time.
time to go. Yeah.
Right. So that's what we do. We just check to see the thickness of the pipes and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. All right. Got to respect that. Got to respect the hustle. That sounds, I don't know. It sounds scary to me. Right?
Nah, man.
Hanging off ropes. That sounds scary.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy. I'm scared of heights. So
yeah. Oh my God. Somebody scared of heights goes in the rope access. Must pay well. That's what I'm thinking.
right. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's what I was going to say. That's the only way you get me around, being afraid of heights is get that money. All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
all right. So so you have your day job. You're grinding away. Do you see Max Maxwell, or who inspires you to try to go, after this wholesaling thing was $63? Like, did you just wake up one day, or what was that? What was that event that's like, I got to do something else?
Man, it was crazy. Max started, I think, 2 months before me, so he wasn't around on YouTube just yet. But honestly, man, I grew up. My dad has a commercial building in our downtown area, so
Okay.
I was always around real estate since I was like,
Ah.
12, 13. So I was seeing big buildings, seeing houses, seeing apartment buildings all the time. And then, when you get in high school, the teachers say, "What would you like to do when you grow up?"
Yeah.
I wanted to be a real estate agent.
Ah. Okay.
I said that because I didn't know anything about a real estate investor. I thought realtors own, properties as well. So, I was seeing all these buildings. I was like, somebody has to be making a lot of money on this.
Yeah.
So, getting in high school, you get distracted with girls and education, stuff like that. And I played football. So, it wasn't really on my mind like that. So, like I said, let's go back a little bit. Once I built my house when I was 21, I turned 22. I was like, man, I need to, earn some extra money.
Mm-hmm.
Got on YouTube, wholesaling popped up. I was like, this got to be a scam. You can flip a house without no money, no credit. So I dig deep into it. So I was watching, Phil Pustiowski, I think.
I know the name. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Started watching his videos. He was talking about the perfect job you can do part-time,
right?
Wholesaling. So I stayed up to like 4:30 that morning, binge watching all his videos. Wow. And then I ordered his book, How to Start Real Estate or something like that. First time ever reading a book cover to cover. Read the book, got down to it, just started taking action. So that's really what made me get into real estate.
There you go.
Just kept doing it ever since.
All right. So you've mentioned it a couple of times. We might as well get this story in. You actually, when you say you built your house, does that mean you picked up the hammer and the nail and did it, or does that mean you? Man. Okay. All right. You gotta ask. You never know.
Develop, man. Go to develop. But I'm not that good with my hands.
That's what she said. Anyways. So you had your house built.
Right.
Just what'd you say, in Lafayette?
No, that was in the Baton Rouge area.
Oh, in Baton Rouge.
That's about an hour away from Lafayette.
All right, so you get your taste. You probably had to go get a loan, right? Probably get a construction loan. All that's kind of your taste.
Loan, yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, then you go on to wholesaling. You make two. So tell us about. I always like to hear about the first deal. $2,000, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's that seller called you. You put it down. You've got. I'm assuming it's that one, but do you remember the house and what the details were?
I remember everything about it.
Let's go.
So I went on an appointment. Didn't know what I was doing. The house was completely gutted. So the house was gutted because we had a huge flood in 2016 in Baton Rouge. I'm not sure if you ever heard of that. But
16? No.
2016 had a crazy flood. It was just random. So water was getting like to people's roofs.
Oh, wow.
So that's what happened. I think that happened in August of 2016. I showed up to the house like the end of October or the beginning of November, something like that. So, I went to the house, checking it out. Before I went there, I looked up the numbers on Zillow. That's what they sell on YouTube. So I knew the house was worth between $220 and $240. Wow. So I knew I had to get in there pretty low. And it came with like an acre and a half of land. So just the land by itself was great. But the bad part was in a flood zone. But it was a big house. The house was like 2,700 square foot.
Wow. Okay.
It was a huge house, like 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths.
Yeah.
And I got it under contract at $70,000.
Wow.
The next day, I put the little, flyer together and all that, put it on Zillow. Zillow, I got a crazy amount of buyers. I put it on Zillow. I don't even know if it's legal, but anyway. I put it on Zillow, Craigslist, and then we have our local REIA in our area. Yeah. We met that Tuesday, so I was so nervous. I wanted the microphone, tell everybody what I did. It was horrible, but hey, it worked.
It worked.
So within a week I think it was a week of me having under contract, buyers started calling me, rolling in. So this Latino guy came to the house. He was ready. He came in a nice little small car. He was a contractor. And he wanted the house. He had the bank statements, proof of funds, everything with him. He
Okay.
said, "Man, I want this deal." So he offered me $72,000. I took it. I said, "Let's go." We closed within a week. The deal was done. Now, what's crazy about it? Soon as he offered me that, I accepted it. Hours later, people offered me 80,000 because I was marketing for 80,000. He offered me 72. So
Yeah.
people started offering me my asking price. I could have made 10,000 on my first deal, but I didn't really know what I was doing, and I accepted the first offer.
Well, there's a couple of lessons there. First off, profit's
Right.
never a bad thing. So let's.
No. It's not bad at all. I was completely happy. I didn't have the 2,000 before, so
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
still like that to this day.
Yeah.
So if I wholesale a deal, now like the smallest assignment fee I ever made was like $353, and I was not complaining at all because got more experience. It's money I didn't have, and really it was a JV deal. I just bought the buyer.
There you go.
A lot of people really complain about making. Like some people, I'm not wholesaling a deal if I don't make 5,000 or 10,000. To me, that really doesn't make sense because you're doing the same work anyway. Why not just close the deal? And money is money.
Yeah, you got to convert the lead, right? The lead's there sitting there. You're going to say no to
all about closing. Let's close it.
Yeah, if you walk by $1,000 on the street, you telling me you're not going to pick it up? I mean, really? Is that what we're talking about? Okay,
right.
All right.
I'm sure you heard that plenty of times before. If I don't make 10,000, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and also they're not doing any deals. But anyways, that's a different story.
Right.
All right, so there's another lesson there that I want people to hear because sometimes wholesalers, especially new ones, they get I don't know, they can get a bad reputation, right? You said yes to 72, and hours later somebody called with 80. Let's just realize some people.
I try to stay true to my word, man. It's good business integrity.
Yeah.
Your word is all you have at the end of the day. So that's why I would not just. I'm sorry, man. I can't accept you 72. I got to offer 8,000 more the next day, but you got to do good business at all times.
All right, I just wanted that on record because that is admirable because not everybody would have done that. I hope you appreciate that.
I'm sure 95% of people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, there you go. That's why we're talking because you are that kind of guy who's going to do the right thing. So I appreciate you. So let's talk about. So now the business is growing. You got proof of concept, right? You put $2,000 in your pocket. You got proof of concept.
Yes, sir.
Where does it ramp from there? Right? I mean, where do you go from there? You're like, some people would have quit. Right? What's your this scary heights rope climbing thing, or rope access? Sorry. So where'd you go in this business?
Man, what's crazy about it? Within those 4 months, I made 50,000, and then
that's right.
The year of 2017, which is the full year, my gross is like 72,000, but the net didn't equal up to the 50,000. So most people would have quit their job, but in my head, I didn't want to start wholesaling at all. It was like, I didn't want to do it, but my end goal was to own real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, once they get the 50,000 or whatever they make, it's like, I'm quitting my job. But my end goal was to own real estate. So I know banks love W-2s. Banks don't like entrepreneurs.
No, they like W-2s. Yes.
Right. The reason they don't like entrepreneurs because they never know where the next check is coming from. The money is inconsistent and stuff like that. So I kept my job, and you leverage the bank to get anything I want. So why wouldn't you keep your job? You got to think longevity, not just at the moment. A lot of people think in the moment like, no, I don't really like I like my job. My job isn't bad at all.
That's awesome. Well, you're giving so many gold nuggets. We're going to go back to them. First and foremost, there's a big difference between gross and net.
Right. Yeah. I look at the net. I don't care about the gross.
Yeah, but let's talk about that. You see all the social media stuff. Everybody's talking about gross. Everybody, right? They always say I made X, right? X is gross. You didn't really make X. You made X minus Y, right?
Yeah. Nobody talking about the minus Y.
Yeah, let's talk about the minus Y. So just in rough numbers, you're actually a pretty small operation. So is marketing and all of that stuff 50%, right? Your overhead, as they would call it, is about 50%, 20%. Do you have any idea?
You talking about as the wholesaling business?
Yeah, your wholesaling business. Yeah.
It's about right now, currently, or back then?
Whatever you like, either or.
You could say right now it's probably about 20-25% because, like I said, we're just starting it again. We're trying to do all the free stuff we can, low budget for the first year. Try to keep all the expenses very low. Yeah. I'm not really the guy that said, watch a YouTube video, I got to buy the system. Nah, I don't need all that. When I started, it was pencil and paper, just going out and get it and bandit signs. So it's very cheap, but Me going out there driving, that's, that's money because it's taking time with my family, taking
Yep.
time from, me sleeping and all that. So
Yeah.
that's majority of the cost. So I use very cheap marketing. I try to go direct to seller
Yeah.
and I try to make it happen. I don't try to get all these recurring expenses, $99 a month, and then you got to pay for this and that, and then direct mail. Nah, I just, to keep it simple. Whatever works for me, works for me.
Well, again, that's keeping it simple. There's nothing wrong with keeping it simple. I see
Right.
too many people layering in monthly expenses,
For
trying
no
to,
reason.
they're trying to show activity and saying they're doing it when they're not, right? This whole business of wholesaling is you have to talk to owners of property, right? That is where it starts.
Get in their face. I don't need all this stuff and all that. I just need a piece of paper to write it down on my cell phone,
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
The thing I really bought was, the main thing was call rail, because I wanted to record every call that I got.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go back and listen. But that was $30 a month. That's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
Bandit signs and my time. So it's really about 15-20%. It wasn't really that much.
Well, that's so. First of all, I interview lots of folks, and you're running an efficient operation, because I know some people who like to talk about six figure. I made, let's just pick a number, 100 grand, but their net's like 18.
Right.
Because their expenses are 72%. So
yeah,
don't get it twisted. Right. There's a big difference between gross and net.
I gotta plug my computer real quick. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I get you. So the other thing I want to talk about is, it sounds like you switched, after you did the 50K and the 72K, you started buying rentals. I think I remember one of your Instagram posts talking about buying your first rental at 26, I think it was, or 23? No, 23.
Bought my first rental at 23. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
5 months of being. Oh, let me get situated before I start talking. But 5 months of being in the business, I bought my first rental. I was 23 years old. So let me break that down for y'all.
Yeah,
so
please.
It was a JV, not really a JV. It was a virtual deal that I was doing in Lafayette because I was living in Baton Rouge at the time. Okay. So I had a property under contract at $59,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was shooting out the ARV around 75 or something like that.
Okay.
It came with an extra lot as well. So It was day 29. Nobody wanted the property. I was like, bro, y'all crazy. It's a great deal. The house is 1,700 square foot, big bedrooms, need like maybe 3,000-4,000 work. Oh, wow. Nobody wanted it. It wasn't in the best area, but it was still a great deal. So I was like, I guess this is my time. Yeah. I prayed. I was like, I guess God was telling me this is the one I need to buy. So I went back to the seller. I was like, I don't know if we can do that number because the house really isn't moving. So if you'll be able to accept $56,000 and then 80% of that purchase price up front, and then if you can own or finance me 20% of that purchase price, I think we can make it work. She was like, oh my God, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Let me go talk to my husband real quick and pray to God to, see what he says. And then 2 hours later, she accepted the deal. Wow. I was like, oh shit.
Guess I own a rental.
Yeah. So, we made it happen. What's crazy about it, I never seen the property. I bought it sight unseen.
Oh my God.
I bought it sight unseen. But, I was confident in it. So let me unpack the deal.
Yeah.
I bought this property, no money in my pocket, and then I got a $22 check at closing.
There you go.
And that's all about, taking action. So I learned this strategy from listening to somebody at a REIA. Like, he was in real estate for a year and he got 38 rentals. I was like, how the hell you do that? Yeah. He was telling me, and I just did it. I never bought a course on this. I never looked it up on YouTube. I just heard somebody say it a few times and I just took action. So what happened was I leveraged my job, went and get a loan from the bank for 80% of the purchase price.
Yep.
And the bank, they want the 20% down payment.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I guess they just want 20% equity to purchase price. It doesn't matter where the money's come from. You can do credit cards, you can do a partner, you can do, borrow private money, hard money. They just want to have that 20% equity of that purchase price. I think that's what you said. But anyway, that's what I did. And then I reduced the price from $59,000 to $56,000. Why I did it, I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And, I walked into the deal with equity. The appraisal right when I bought it was $73,000. Wow. And then I put $2,500 worth of work. I changed the floors in 2 rooms and painted the whole entire house and the inside. Now that same house is worth $100,000. Wow. 3 months after I bought it.
That doesn't
and
suck.
it came with an extra lot. So this year in 2020, I probably build a duplex or a triplex on a vacant lot.
Yeah.
And the house, is gonna be worth a lot more.
Oh, that's awesome. So some people watching this, I guess I'm curious about the lending. Did you just get a normal 30-year mortgage? Because sometimes banks give you a hard time with small loans, or did you get some other kind of loan?
I got a 20-year mortgage on it. A
Okay,
20-year fixed rate mortgage.
Fixed rate.
Not like the 20-year amortized with the 5-year balloon. It's
No,
straight 20-year
straight
mortgage.
20. There you go.
Yes, sir.
And from a local bank, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's a local bank. Yes, sir.
Very cool. All right, and watching your Instagram posts, you've taken that idea of zero down rental property acquisitions to a new level. You want to sort of summarize where you're at today, because it's really impressive.
Okay, today I'm at 18 units,
Well,
and all of them was no money out of my pocket. So I leveraged small banks.
Yeah.
So now one of the small banks that I use, learned it from networking, other investors in my area. Let's just say the house is worth 100,000. If I buy it at 60, they'll lend me 80%. I don't have to pay for closing costs, construction costs if I need it. If I'm all in at 80%, they give me all the money. And then let's just say I need some money to bring down. I'll use business credit.
Okay.
With business credit, it's business credit cards with interest free for like 12 to 15 months, depending on what card you get. So it's all about leveraging what you have and making it happen.
All right, I just want to unpack that a little bit, because sometimes numbers freak people out. So you're at a small bank. You lock up a house for 60. It appraises for 100. Mm-hmm. Let's say it needs, I don't know, 10 grand of work. So would the bank loan you 80, or would they loan you the 70? Right, the 60 purchase plus repair, or do you walk away with a 10K check?
So they would do the 70K.
Right.
So they'll fund the purchase price and the repairs, but you can fluff it up a little bit.
Oh yeah. I understand. Yeah. We're gonna do all these. Oh no, we're not gonna do those.
Oh yeah. That appraisal gonna cost $10,000. Yeah. So that's they fund the purchase price and the repairs.
Yeah, and that's what they should do.
They're not doing it for everybody.
No, of course. Well, that's awesome. And you have 18 rentals now. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So how much, I have no idea what stuff rents for. Can we go back to that first house? You said big bedrooms, I forget, like 1,700 square feet. What did it rent for? I have no idea what rent
so that house rent, like I said, wasn't the best area. It rents for $850 right now.
Okay.
And I could increase the rents because I still have that original tenant in the same house.
Yeah. But, and then, so $850, but a cash, so your mortgage, I guess all of your payments, it's a 20-year amortization. So I'm guessing you're probably cash flowing $300 a month. I'm just guessing, wild guess. Oh my goodness. I've done this before.
Yes, sir. So I did the owner finance thing. I paid $200 a month for 3 years for balloon payment, and then my mortgage is like $361, something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense.
So it works. You gotta look at the numbers. A lot of people, they just want to buy rentals and cash flowing $100 and now. So when I first started, my minimum I wanted to make per house was $300. Now it's like $500.
Okay.
Because all my other houses I make way more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're in the game, man. That's more than most, right? Yeah. All right. So man, you're doing so much cool stuff. So you're doing active income now. You're building back up your wholesale business, which is just income, right? But then you have wealth with all this real estate, and that's a magical combination. I don't know if you realize that, because you get the high depreciation and all these expenses as a landlord.
Yes, sir.
Which makes your active income go farther, if you know what I mean.
Right. Of course.
Oh, that's right. Well. Let's talk about that, because not a lot of people get that, right? People see these wholesalers making $1 million a year and all of that, but they miss the point about
tax rate is super high.
Yeah, it's nuts, right? It's 50%. Yeah, it's nuts no matter where you are. It's just more nuts in other areas. So I'm guessing, what's your long-term plan? Because you've got it wired, man. You love your day job, which I fully admit. You keep going, keep grinding, because banks like that. You're building back up a business to wholesale, which you've already proven works. You've got this pile of rentals. I mean, you're going to be Warren Buffett here pretty soon. I mean, where are you taking this thing?
That's the goal, man. So my overall goal is, stay to my job as long as I can, but I got to leave at 30. So I got to enjoy life. Like I said, I have 2 kids. I have another one coming next week.
Oh, so, congratulations.
They're going to be getting older. They're going to be getting older. They're going to be starting, volleyball, baseball, whatever in middle school. So
Yeah.
I want to be there for them, show up to every game, be that dad. So I'm gonna try to pile up as many rentals I can within that time. But the reason I went back and started a wholesale business because that's the source of, the foundation of real estate. So everybody needs wholesalers. So if I could start a wholesale business and pick out the best deals, I can scale everything quickly. So that's the whole reason I did that. And also, let's just say I close on 4 wholesale deals that month. Let's just say I pick up one. Those other 3 checks, well, the one check is going to go straight back to marketing. The other 2 start paying off some rentals. So by the time I'm 30, I have at least 30 rentals paid off. And that's when the cash flow really is going to go super high.
It's going to be like
that's the whole reason of going back to wholesaling, because I'm not a big fan of wholesaling, but, I need it in the business that I'm trying, to reach the goals that I'm trying to reach.
Yeah, I'm pulling up notes. That's why I'm looking at my phone. You had several quotes that I wanted to talk about now. My phone's okay. Here we go. Behind every successful person are a lot of unsuccessful years.
That is true. That is true.
I love that quote, but I've just heard your story. All you got to do is spend $63, buy 50 band insides and a marker, and magic happens. That's what I heard.
Man, it's not always that way though. It just happened for me.
No, let's talk about it. Let's break that down a little bit because I like that quote.
Everybody's story is a little different. So
sure.
Let's just say Warren Buffett. I'm sure he has many failed businesses. It's just, people's lives are really highlighted, just like Instagram is highlighted. You don't really know all the, the appointments I went on that I didn't close the deal. You don't know all the rentals that, I analyzed, I didn't get the deal.
Yeah.
You don't know all the tenants that didn't pay me, You don't know all the evictions I filed. So in every successful story, they have many failed opportunities, but you have to learn from each of those experiences. That's to make you better the next month, the next year. So that's what the quote is about. A lot of people just see on Instagram the highlights of people's life, but you don't see the back end of
where's the blooper reel? Come on.
Right. Nobody really want to see that, Yeah. Everybody just want to see the highlights of what's going on.
That's right.
That's exactly what it is. That you have to fail forward and really learn the business. And then when you're in a business, you're gonna fail multiple times. It's learning experiences.
Yeah,
you have to get over.
I have a saying in real estate that bad things happen, right? It's how you deal with them that really comes out.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
In real estate, anything can be fixed. The plumbing blow out, just fix it. The roof leaks, just fix it.
All right. Gosh, why does this keep going out? There's another one you have about. Here we go. Stop asking people who have never been where you are for directions.
Oh, yes. So I'm very big on Section 8. I have like 7 Section 8 rentals. So, Section 8 has a huge bad stigma.
Oh,
yeah. A lot of, let's just say, when I first got into real estate, I didn't really tell anybody. So let's just say I think I told my parents or something like that. Like, I told my parents I was wholesaling. Why are you doing that dumb stuff? You make it $5,000. So they never did it before. But so as I continue to do it, now they're like, oh, all right, tell me a little bit more about it. Mm-hmm. So you never really, let me give this example. You never really go to the dentist and ask them how to change your oil. So
there you go. Yeah.
You need to really, get advice from people that's really doing the business, not take advice from people that, hearsay from other people. So that's what that quote is really about. If if you want to get in apartments and stuff like that, listen to Grant Cardone. If you want to get to long-term rentals, listen to Morris Invest. If you want to get in the rentals, read your book. It's not about taking advice and hearing all these words from people that don't even really know what they're doing, because they definitely say negative stuff because people remember negative stuff about everything.
Yeah.
So it's taking, good advice from good people that's actually doing the business.
There you go. One thing I was curious about, because I believe your network either holds you back or brings you forward.
Right.
So think about your network when you had just started out, right? The day you bought those 50 blank bandit signs to your network today. Is your circle of influence, right, the 5 people you spend the most time with outside of family, the same, or is your network really evolved over these 3 outstanding years?
Oh, man. It is not the same. So, like
Let's
I said,
talk about that. Yeah.
26. Everybody that I know that's in the real estate business, like 32 and up.
Okay.
Like, it's really between like 30 and like 75.
Yeah. We're all old. Is that what you're saying? You're calling me old?
Yeah,
is that what this is? Yeah.
I'm not gonna say y'all old. You're very mature and know what y'all doing. Good while. y'all have experience in what y'all doing. So
We
why would
got
I
we
surround
earn
myself?
these gray hairs, man. Come on.
Right. Real estate come with a lot of stress. So so I try to surround myself with people that can actually teach me something
Yeah.
and know what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where I really learned a lot of my stuff. So like when I first started, I never bought a course, never did none of that, strictly from my network.
Yeah.
And the REI meeting. So we'd have a meeting from like 6 to 8, but then they'd have a meeting after a meeting.
Yeah.
It was all older people, and I was the youngest one. They'll tell me everything.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned. So I surround myself with people that's actually in the business, doing business way better than me because they've been there. I can call them anytime I need something.
Yeah.
And it's not always about calling and pulling from them. It's also about adding value to them as well. So
Yeah.
if
Gotta
they
go
need
both
something,
ways.
just
Yeah.
let me know. And I'm not calling them every day like, hey, I need this, I need that. I'll call them asking the stupidest questions. If I don't know it, I'll Google it or read a book to find out first before I go to them.
Yeah.
Or, I find the answer and just I ask them, could you break this down for me? Or if you did it, give me an example.
Yeah. What's this mean? Yeah. But again, let's talk about it because I think that's what's holding most people back is they're comfortable with their set of friends. They have this vision or dream to go this other direction. They share that vision or dream with the same set of friends, and they just hold them back, right? They're anchors or vampire suckers or whatever it is, right? They're just you've got to break free. Was that easy for you? Did you know you had to do it? I mean, I don't know.
Basically, man, I think it really was easy for me because, like I said, I was living an hour away from everybody.
Ah, okay, all right.
So what's crazy about it, I really didn't talk to my friends for that whole year. Like maybe birthdays, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
all the everyday texting and calling, no sir.
Yeah.
I was like focused, locked in. Like if you're not talking about real estate, go over there.
There you go.
So that's what happened for me. And that's pretty hard, I guess, for like a 22-year-old because 22, 23, because they always want to go out, party, and all that. Like, I was never really that type. So once I started reading books, I just kept reading. That changed my whole mindset about it, everything. And then I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad after I read the rentals or whatever about Phil Fiasco. So, like, bro, if you're not talking about how to get money, how to raise money, how to buy real estate, how to flip houses or wholesale, we're not going to be really talking. We're going to talk to just catch up every once in a while, but it's not everyday thing because you're not feeding to me what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
You're really taking away because you're wasting time.
You're wasting, time's the only thing we can't get back, right? So
right.
Once you make that choice, myself included, I had to change my network. Because you're right. And once you make that decision to go that direction, you want to feed yourself with people that are in your circle and remove the ones that are kind of bringing you down or wasting your time or, going out partying or spending on stupid stuff. The other thing I didn't know coming into this interview is it sounds like, your parents, you said your father earlier, I believe, was, had commercial properties and the like. I'm curious what's he think today, right? Because you've done it, right? I mean, you're proving it works. Is he wildly proud of you? Have you had one of those father-son moments where he's like, you're killing it? Good job.
Of course. So my parents call me all the time, saying proud of me and stuff like that. And my dad also, we're partners now. So I have two different entities. I got the flipping one and I have the holding one. So now we have a company called Parker Property Group where we flip houses. He likes to see the money. He rather, the big chunks instead of the passive income. So hey, Dad, let's do it. So that's what we do now. It's like we have a flip going on right now. It should be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that's what we do, And we use. It was crazy about it. We used the money from that original building that he bought because we bought it. He bought it at $55,000, I think, in '99. Now it's worth like $500,000. So he got a line of credit on it. That's what we use for the properties. So I have the experience. He had the funds. We just get together and do what we got to do.
That's magic. Right there.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to get him to be my private money lender, but like I said, he likes to see the money.
He likes that chunks. He likes that fat wad.
Right. He want to see what's going on. So
show me the HUD. Let's see the HUD. Let's see the net.
Right.
Got to respect that. But that's a big evolution, right? Because again, earlier in the interview, you talked about Dad's like, "Why are you doing that? What are you crazy? Why are you wasting your time?" To hey, let's use my business credit line to flip together. That's an evolution.
Making more money, man. Why not do it? But we do hold 2 rentals together as well. I'm not gonna discredit that. So.
No, but I want to talk about that evolution, right? I mean, your parent, anybody watching this, right? Your parents want the best for you. They care for you. They don't want you to hurt yourself, blah, blah, blah. But then you prove it works. They'll be your biggest fans.
Right. So in the beginning, they just want to, they don't want you to fail. They want to protect your dreams and stuff like that. So I was like the type, I don't care what y'all say, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
That's the type of person I am. So that's why parents usually like, you tell them what you want to do. That's why they really pull back, because they don't want to see you fail. And a
Yeah.
lot of people, when they have these big dreams, they really fail like very quick. So
Yeah.
they want to protect you from that desperation.
They
and
mean
that
well.
bad pace.
Parents
Right,
mean well, right? They, yeah.
right, right.
Most parents mean well. Let's just say
Yeah, yeah.
that.
You
So
have a
how?
percentage that don't mean too well. But,
That's right. There are some rotten parents out there, but yeah,
right.
let's just hope yours are wonderful. So how can people follow you? I'm actually, before we do that, any suggested books to read, or people to follow, or channels that you look at for inspiration?
Definitely read your book.
Oh,
I would say read books that you really want to get into, like definitely mindset books, John Maxwell books,
John Maxwell, yeah,
definitely Robert Kiyosaki if you haven't read that.
yeah, Rich Dad Poor
That's
Dad,
definitely number one. That's a very easy read.
yeah.
Let's see, what's some other good books? Millionaire Real Estate Investor, that breaks
Oh,
down
Gary Keller, yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Right.
I like that
It's
one.
a big book, but
Oh, I still read that
like,
one for the case studies, right? Have you ever just flipped to the back to read the case studies?
exactly. They
I
give
look
you
at,
motivation. I do it as well.
yeah,
I think I have it. It should be right here. Yeah. So,
yeah,
what else? Read about books that what you really trying to do.
yeah.
Um,
Well, you know what?
you know,
Do me a favor. When we're done with this, send me your address, and I will autograph a copy for you, just so you have
oh, yeah,
an
man.
autograph copy. So
Definitely do that. Definitely do that.
very, very cool. So how can
But yeah,
people follow you and see what you're doing? Because you're doing some amazing stuff. Everybody needs to follow you just to see what somebody in their 20s are doing, and just to show us how to do it.
okay, go. Instagram is real estate period entrepreneur. Facebook is O'Neil Parker, Oneil. You can go on my website, oneilparker.com. What else? That's pretty much about it. And then if you got a question or anything, I reply to all my DMs. And let's move it forward. See if I can help you. I answer your question. I'm a nice guy. I'm not the type to, you send me a DM, I'm gonna respond. It might take 1 or 2 days, but I will respond.
Yeah.
And just let me know if you need anything. I'm open to talking. So, let's talk.
Oh, it's awesome. Anil, thank you again for saying yes to this crazy DM. He's absolutely right. He responds to his DMs. I appreciate you. Congratulations on all your success, and I look forward to watching you just explode into the new year, man. It's
yes, sir. Fun. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for having me on this podcast. And man, everybody out there, just take the information, go kill it.
There you go. All right, man. Thanks again. Take care.
Yes, sir.
All right.